So sales and retention in healthcare. I've been in this 30 plus years, and a lot has stayed the same in healthcare. And one of them is people's belief that business and business mindset doesn't belong in healthcare and that it's only getting us in trouble. And I challenge us to say, well, people have taken advantage of healthcare and taken advantage of us in healthcare, taken advantage of providers, taken advantage of the people we serve, our patients, because we don't understand business. So what I'm going to challenge you is that business is not inherently bad. Okay. And actually, business knowledge belongs in healthcare. If you want to get paid, it belongs in healthcare. If you want to do good for people and you want to be compensated, you must understand business. And I'm talking about the basics of business, right? Marketing, sales, retention, things like that. And how does it apply to serving the people we want to serve better, the people who are clients, the people who are patients? And that's why I created the Client Experience Company, was to bring more of that, right? That business mindset and business blueprint and foundation to the work you're doing. So bring it into your clinic, bring it into your practice so that we can leverage what we already know about people, because business research is all done on people and the psychology and how to move someone to make a decision that is best for them and how to get them to understand price and all those things. And then how to get people. That's sales and retention. Now, notice I didn't say marketing. Marketing takes advantage of healthcare right now. And marketing can take advantage of people because it just says, right, healthcare practice owners, people running businesses in healthcare and physio, because, right, marketing comes and says, I'll get you more patients, I'll get you more patients. And if that's all you know is I just need a bunch of people coming in, then you go and you sign up for a lot of marketing. But if you don't understand sales and retention on top of marketing, then you will lose. And that's probably why you're in the current state you are, right? And not understanding the connectedness of all these steps. So do the marketing. We have to have marketing. And yes, we have to have it in healthcare. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we need marketing, but we need to understand how it fits in this blueprint of business success, because we can only create business success. Get ready. I'm going to talk in a circle here. We can only create business success by understanding the people we're serving, the patients, right? And this doesn't matter what your practice does. So the people you're serving, because once we understand what success looks like for the people we're serving, then we will have true business success, which is mean we can make money, we can pay ourselves, we can pay our employees, we can do greater things, we can donate back, we can do all these great things we want to do. But in order to serve people and create success for them in our businesses, we must understand business success, marketing, sales, retention. And again, I'm not going to beat this dead horse, but there's a lot of marketing available. They're everywhere, right? And I don't want to say they're praying, but it's the low-hanging fruit. Sorry, it is. And you need it. Yet when you understand the connectedness of marketing to sales to retention, there's far more value in marketing. There's far more value in your business. So sales. In sales, you bring a solution to people. So just keep your healthcare cap on here, people. But mind you, I'm talking about business. But keep your healthcare cap on. In sales, you have a solution for people. You have a solution to a problem. So great salespeople do 2-3 things. They understand the solution, right, that they bring to people, and they understand the problem it will solve. And in order to be successful in sales, you must align your solution with people who have the problem that it will solve. Physical therapy is not a solution. Physical therapy is not a solution for any problem. What's the solution for the problem is what people need from you, what they want from you, the problem they define to you, right? So physical therapy is not a product. Physical therapy is not a solution, right? The care, the model you have set up is the solution. So understanding that better and how it serves the people that have the specific problem that you want to serve, right, will create better sales process for you. So all great salespeople understand the solution they are selling. They understand the problem it best aligns with. And then they understand, here's the third part, how to ask questions and listen so that they can make sure you, the potential consumer, patient, client, align best with our solution, meaning your problems are problems we can help. Simple enough. All great salespeople do that work. And it doesn't matter what they're selling, cars, shoes, finances, it doesn't matter. There's a problem to be solved. Now, mind you, problem is a broad term, but in healthcare, it applies really well. A diagnosis is not a problem. Low back pain is not a problem to be solved, right? Many people go through life with low back pain and never seek out any type of care. So was it a problem? No, because they could do everything they wanted to do. It only becomes a problem once they can't do something they want to do. So the diagnosis alone, right? How can you, with that diagnosis, how can you align the solution, right? If you don't know what they want to get back to, if you don't know the problem they're trying to solve, I have low back pain when, or my low back pain prevents me from XYZ. We now have a problem that needs to be solved. So does your practice, does your treatments, does your systems, right? Everything you've created, does it serve that person with low back pain to get back to X, Y, and Z? Will your solution fit this person? That is sales in healthcare. Now, we could say everybody's going to deliver the same solution, but I would argue not, right? The solution is not just that end result, it's the experience. So part of what this salesperson in healthcare is doing is talking about the experience you would have, the journey. Let's call it the journey. The experience you have with a business is the journey. It's the emotional journey you have with them. And in this emotional journey, you may hear from me as the front end salesperson that yes, we do have a solution to get you back to the gym pain-free and get you out of that morning pain. And you say, cool. How much does it cost? Because everybody's offering the same solution. And if all I'm selling is the solution, then as a salesperson in this clinic, I'm selling a commodity. But if I share with you the experience you're going to have here, and I talk you through how we're different in this experience, then it very well can and will negate this commoditization of what you're doing. So if I tell you, Jerry, yes, we do help a lot of people get back to the gym pain-free and get out of morning pain here at ABC Physio, right? And let me tell you how we do that for you. Let me tell you what your journey with us looks like. Now I'm outlining the journey. So now you know what your dollar is paying for. Now you know the value you will receive from your time, money, and energy. So again, any great salesperson will hear your problem, say, we have the solution for you. They will listen, and then they will sell the solution. And the solution to sell here is their journey, is the experience, right? So we're going to sell the expert. We're going to sell their time with the expert. But again, everybody else sells that, right? So again, we need to talk about this experience, their emotional journey. And you and I both know in healthcare, that means people are going to listen to you. You're going to run on time. You're going to give people their costs. So it's interesting how much we overcomplicate sales in healthcare when really the bar is so low. And the bar was set low a long time ago, and it's been continued to be low. So offering things like listening, following through, and managing and setting expectations and getting people their cost is value add and does decommoditize whatever the heck it is you're doing out of the insurance world. I learned this a long time ago when I was learning about this front-end sales, and you guys know this story. I answered all the incoming new patient calls and actually all the top of the funnel calls in my practice for a full year. And I learned this very early on, right? Is that when I allowed people to commoditize the conversation, it always came down to price and insurance. When I started to talk about their journey, when I started to talk about their experience, when I talked about how we could deliver this solution and why we were the best fit for them, people all of a sudden stopped making it about insurance and cost and then made a decision later. So value before price, right? When people call and say, how much does it cost or do you take my insurance? They don't understand the value that they can deliver, right? That you can deliver. And it could be based on past experience. It could be based on what they heard, or it could be based on not knowing what you're doing at all. This is why sales is so important in healthcare. A great sales team will connect with your marketing, right? They'll know what's sitting out there. They'll know the promises that are made. And if you call and say, hey, I was on your website, I want to give you a call and find out if you can help me with my low back pain. Part of the conversation is going to be, what did you see on our website, right? And I'm going to have this conversation because that's what you value. That's what takes the commoditization away from it. So if I'm listening and hearing this and then asking you better questions based on that, then I can move you through this process more seamlessly, more efficiently, and lead you to here is the result we want from this sales process, my friends. We don't want a scheduled patient. What we want is probably 4 or 5 boxes checked that you understand the value of what we can deliver to you here at ABC Physio. You understand the cost, and then you are led to make a choice based on your value equation and what it is you're looking for. So the result of this sales conversation is to make sure this person has everything they need to make the best decision for themselves at this time in their journey with the problem they have. And if you make sure they understand you're the right fit, if they understand that you're a solution, if they understand the value, the experience they'll get, if they understand their cost, then you got to be okay with the yes or the no. And I say this every day, not everybody who calls your clinic should be on the schedule. So the goal of every new patient call is not to get people scheduled. It's to go through the proper sales process to make sure that they are making the best choice for themselves. And if the answer is yes, then they're scheduled. And then if the answer is yes and they're scheduled, you can see where this is going. The likelihood, if you follow this process, of them arriving for their first visit increases. Any good sales process will increase the likelihood of the next step. And the next step is arrival in the clinic, that first visit. So at this point in time, when we talk about where sales fits in your healthcare business, this is actually the front end, right? This is pre-arrival. This is phase 1 of 3 phases of selling in your business. So the next step in this cycle is arrival. So my goal as the front end salesperson, as the front desk person, as a voice of the company, is to make sure I'm checking the boxes, to make sure I'm selling value, to make sure I'm getting people their costs so they can make the best decision for themselves based on the solutions they are looking for and the results they want. If they say yes, right, I continue this process, and then the process is not complete and the sell is not complete until they arrive in the clinic, right? Arrive, pay, and then stay. So this arrive and pay for visit 1 is step 1 in your sales process. Now, the beauty of this step 1 sales process is it's setting up the second sales cycle. So the 3 sales cycles follow each other, and each successful one magnifies the next one. So if I sold value and you understood how we are a solution for you and you understand the price and you're willing to commit your time, money, and energy to us, then I've also done this based on selling you an expert, making sure you understood what you got when you arrived, make sure you understood how long you would be here, things like that, so that then the phase 2 sales cycle, which is the selling of the plan of care, there's an increased likelihood that there will be agreement on a plan of care, whether it's 1 visit or 300 visits or 12 visits, or I don't care. Because now it's up to the expert to move through that second sales cycle, through listening, through leveraging the information they have to then sell a plan of care, which then leads them into, right? So the front desk own the first sales cycle for arrive and pay, increasing the likelihood of stay, right? Sharing information with the provider so they could leverage that to do their sales, which was to sell a plan of care. And then if you get agreement on that plan of care and that provider continues down the path, or even other team members, then we continue to build on that. And sales cycle number 3 is a completed course of care, right? And each of those builds on each other. So the better you manage upstream, the better sales cycle 2 and 3 can go.